Hey everyone, it's Mason. Welcome back to the HerbRally podcast. Today's episode is with Logan Keister, and this is just a little snippet of his class. It's about a 15-minute or so class called Introducing Auralia, aka California Spikenard. So this class is in the HerbRally Schoolhouse, the full thing. It's available in both downloadable audio, but then also video as well. So to learn more about HerbRally Schoolhouse, just go to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And there's 2 days left for our giveaway in February. So between now and February 28th, you could enter to win a gift basket worth $210. And you'll also get your first 30 days for free of the HerbRally Schoolhouse. For more details and to register, just go to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. But in order to enter to win the giveaway, you got to enter by February 28th, and don't forget to use coupon code FREESCHOOL. That's going to get you your first 30 days for free, as well as automatically enter you to win that $210 gift basket that I was talking about. But yeah, for full details on that, as well as what's in the gift basket and so on, herbrally.com/schoolhouse. If you do register, you'll be able to listen to the entire Aurelia class. You'll also be able to watch it as well. We're down in Williams, Oregon, hanging out with him. And Logan's just a really cool guy. He works at Strictly Medicinals with Rich O'Check down in Southern Oregon. Super knowledgeable about plants. He also took the Columbine's School of Botanical Studies. I took that apprenticeship as well. He covers basic botany, parts used, medicinal uses, geographic distribution, and much more. So if you're listening in the future and you don't have a chance to enter this giveaway, the schoolhouse is only $10 a month. So we'd love to have you as a member. One more time, herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And that's going to do it for me today. That's the 27th episode for the month of February. Tomorrow we're going to do one more. And that'll be 28 episodes in 28 days. I've never released that many. The most I've ever done before was probably like 14 episodes in a month. So doubled that. So, all right, I'll let you get to this snippet episode with Logan, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello everyone, Logan Keister, herbalist, and I'm standing here with Aurelia Californica, also known commonly as California Spikenard. So Auralia is in the family Auraliaceae. So the fact that it's named Auraliaceae and it's in the genus is Auralia shows that this is one of the quintessential plants that marks this family. And so the Auraliaceae family, if you're not familiar, is actually the ginseng family. So this plant's actually quite closely related to ginseng. It's in the same family. So this plant, one of the distinguishing characteristics of it is you can clearly see it's quite big. And this one is like, this one looks quite big, but I've seen them get as high as 10 feet. They can get as high as 10 feet. And also it's important to look at where is it growing right now? You probably can't see my feet, but I'm standing in a creek right now. My feet are in cool water. And that's where this plant really likes to thrive. You'll see it growing kind of on the outskirts of shady areas, but it just really loves growing in the creek. And it grows right into the rocks, and it just kind of holds itself there steadfast. Right now the creek's really low because we're in late fall right now. But by the time the winter comes and the water rises, those roots are going to be holding deep into the soil, holding onto the rocks and making sure this plant stays in place. And that's the interesting thing about it. It's a herbaceous perennial. So that means it makes this much growth in 1 year. Then it'll die back to the ground. And then in the spring, in summertime, it'll come right back up. And it'll make a plant just about this big. So the geographic distribution of Aurelia is pretty small for the most part. We can kind of see it going down to kind of some areas of Southern California, I think as far as Ventura County, Fresno area, kind of along the coast. And then it kind of comes up into Southern Oregon. I've seen it growing a little bit north of the Willamette Valley, but not much further than that. It doesn't make it up to Washington. So it's fairly small geographic distribution. But where it is, out here in Williams, Oregon, it really thrives in these creek areas. We can go down creeks around here. We'll just see it growing big and lush. It just takes over whole creek sides. But I'm just mentioning this because if you see it out in the wild, you should be sure to know what geographic area you are in to know if it's safe to harvest it without damaging the populations. Because in some areas, if you're on the edge of its range, it's going to be a lot harder to harvest sustainably, especially for harvesting the root. So yeah, I guess from now, when we want all ethical considerations taking place, like how do we work with Auralia once we have it as a medicine? If we have the big plant and we see that there's plenty of it growing around, we're in a good area, we want to harvest some, well, what do we do with it? Well, one of the original uses of it is it has this beautiful big aromatic root, and we can go take a look at it in a minute, but essentially it's got all these aromatic resins. When you pick it up, it's just like pungent. It's like got this sweet smell, and it's like if you take a tiny bite of it, you can just like feel it penetrate deep into your lungs. And you can just like, when you take the tincture or you make a tea of it and you take a drink of it, you just can breathe in those strong, pungent, aromatic oils, and you can breathe them out. You can feel them going to the bottom of your lungs, and you can just breathe them out.
And that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening to the HerbRally podcast. If you'd like to hear more from us here at HerbRally, we now have a text message community, believe it or not. Basically, it's just updates from us. We send about 1 to 7 texts per week, notifying you about new events, videos, courses, podcasts. You get the idea. It's pretty much like our email newsletter, just in text form. So if you'd like to receive text messages from HerbRally, just text JOIN, that's JOIN, to the number 541-256-2895. Again, that's JOIN to number 541-256-2895. And to stop receiving texts, that's easy too. Just text STOP to the same number. It'll opt you out immediately. Okay, thanks again for listening. Have a great rest of your day.